welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia. So I want to talk about, well, this is not really, I just want to talk about some things, random stuffs, you know, things you need to do and be conscious about when you are thinking about being with someone, whether you're a man, you're a woman. I know I've heard some people say that there are questions you're not supposed to ask a man, or ask a woman, but this is someone you want to spend your life with. So why not ask everything you need to know? And if they are offended, if you feel and they tell you and you feel what you asked in a very offensive way, you could apologize. But if not, you know that this person does not want to answer. The person is trying to evade your questions. So you know sit down and have a long talk with yourself. So while I do that, apply my black castor oil with me on my hair. So yeah. So you want to get married to someone. Marriage is a lifetime thing. Yeah, it's a lifetime thing. So you can't just allow anybody just tell you, oh, there's butterfly in my belly, let's just do life together, I can't do without you, and all that, without asking these clarifying questions. For instance, you need to ask, not even before you start asking, you need to have visited his family and observe them to see the kind of family they are, how they treat you. If he has sisters, how his brothers treat you, how his mom treats you, how she feels about you, how his dad feels about you, his friends and everyone. So don't tell me, oh, it doesn't matter as long as he loves me. You know what they say in Nigeria, you marry your in-laws, not only your husband. So if you marry somebody that his family, they don't care about you, just be ready to be in a flight and fight mode. Abi fight and flight, the flight and fight mode, or flight fight mode. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. And I feel like nobody should be living in that kind of mood when you decide that you want to spend your life with someone, because you don't know the stress of, sometimes maybe you're trying to do some things with your life and all that, maybe it's not working out. There's already some sort of thing you're thinking about to do with your life, maybe it's not working out, or just living life basically does not and should not require you to just stress yourself and suffer yourself because of one man or one woman. Observe to know, maybe his family, they are the kind of family that will say, oh, this girl, oh, probably you're eating too meat, she wants to finish our son's money. Observe if his mom has the final say, or her mom has the final say, and their say cannot be changed. Because if you don't observe, you will see that that is how they would come and control your home, control your marriage, and all that stuff like that. So you need to learn to observe, to really understand that, oh, these people, are they marriageable? Is the girl marriageable? Is the guy marriageable? Can I really stay with them? Will they be able to stand up for me to their family? And is this family a family that when they offend me, I can talk to them without them making me feel like, who are you to talk, and all that stuff? like that? Will you be able to talk? Will he support you, or he will just tell you to keep short and not say anything because their family is too sacred, or whoever offended you is too sacred that cannot be spoken to? Is that the kind of family he comes from? So you need to understand that, and you need to ask, okay, what kind of life does he or she want for their children? You plan to live in a particular country that you are, or you plan to relocate? Your parenting style, and how you people will do chores in the house, the finances of the family, and do you people sit, and what if your plans don't work? Are you going to be able to strategize or begin to blame each other that, oh, it's because you didn't do this, this, instead of thinking of a way out? And also, you need to ask, when you get pregnant, and for instance, there's need for a cesarean section instead of a vaginal birth, a V birth, what's his thought on that? Will he be like, no, you can't do that, I'm not going to sign, you have to give birth by yourself, like that, you know? Because most women, I've heard of cases whereby women have lost their lives because their husbands refused, and they too, they had to, solidarity wife, let me follow my husband, it's not bad, people are giving birth like that. If there is an issue and your doctors advise you to do a cesarean section, what's his take on that? Will he say, oh no, my wife, you can't do it? Does it mean, would they look at you like, oh, it's only lazy women that do cesarean section? Stuff like that. You need to know. And also, how do they treat women when that just give birth? Will they take care of you till you're strong enough to do things? And strong enough, I'm not talking about 3 weeks, maybe from after 6 weeks. Even when you even do a cesarean section, it takes longer than that. Not like you just be there lying down and all that. You try to move, do some little activities, but not activities that will overwhelm you and overwhelm your health. How do they treat women that just give birth? Would they tell you after 3 weeks, so yeah, enter the street, go and start hustling, go and start making money? Yeah, you can make money, probably, if a lot of things depend on it, but it shouldn't be that it will be a major stressor because for you. Because I've seen someone that passed after giving birth. She was busy, going to the market, doing market runs, fetching water, like she never gave birth, doing a whole lot of chores, and she passed. So whenever you are thinking about spending your life with someone, also think about how you want your children to feel, especially if you come from certain kind of homes where, growing up you felt somehow about a lot of things. You want your children to feel the same somehow that you felt. Do you want that? If no, then you open your eyes. I understand sometimes, oh, you feel butterflies, but this is beyond butterflies, because when reality sets in, those butterflies will disappear, and what will keep you is your commitment. So you need to know, and you also need to know if this person is someone that you are willing to go through something for, and if the person is also willing to go through stuffs with you. Because in marriage, you never know what you're going to face. Maybe delay in childbirth, a job loss, one thing or the other. When those things happen, will they run away? How do they feel about things like that? I know some people will be like, oh, God forbid this, that. Yeah, God forbid. People that it happen to, sometimes they don't wish it on themselves. So sometimes you don't know the journey. So you need to do life with someone that will be there for you through thick and thin, and it doesn't change anything. Instead, it brings you closer. So you need to understand that. You need to understand that as a man, as a woman, and really be the kind of man that, okay, when you're waiting for a child and you're supposed to go for medical treatment, the person says, oh, you go, my mother gave birth to me, I will give birth. Or the woman says, oh, the man should go, I was born, so I don't think I have issues. Especially when probably most men say that, actually when they feel like the woman has some kind of history in the past of, being pregnant and not wanting to keep it, or didn't keep it and all that. So they begin to think a whole lot of things. So that's why whenever you're in a relationship with anybody, nobody is worth you being pregnant for and not keeping it. In fact, you shouldn't even be pregnant in the first place for anyone you are in a relationship with. Take it from me. Because they begin to calculate. And sometimes when it's time to get married, most men, they end up marrying other women, not because you're not good enough for them, but because they are afraid that, oh, you did this, you did that for them. It may affect your chances of conceiving. People that have gone through this, they know it, or giving birth. So you need to, sometimes this is interest based, yes. So you need to do everything that would, I'm not saying to be selfish here, but something that will give you less headache, give your children less headache. And most men as well that don't agree that, oh, they are healthy without hearing from the doctors and from the labs and all that. Some of them, they end up training other people's children, especially when they put the woman in a very desperate mode. You don't want to be that kind of person. So that's all I remember to say. Just ensure that you open your eyes, open your ears, open your heart, your spirit to pick things, anything. There are so many subtle things that are not said that you pick, because if you don't do that, nobody is going to do that for you. Even your mom, your dad, they can't do that for you. And when women and men are in love, you don't tell them what to do. So before you fall in love, and also your genotype, please, that is very important. Your Rheus factor, that is also very, 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 very important. Check. It's very important. God be with you and help you as you are, I don't want to say spouse hunting. So thank you for watching this video. This video actually became so long. Thank you very much. Please, if you like this content, subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Have a great day. Thank you.